Hi, this is Rohit, and in this video I am going to analyze this blog, entrepreneurs-journey.com. This is a blog by Yaro Starak, and as you can see, the purpose of this blog is to help people to learn how to make money online. For example, if you see this section, it consists of all of his latest blogs. Then you have here articles, podcasts, and videos as well. And as you scroll down, if you see this little sign here, this is a podcast show. So not all of the homepage is blog posts. It also has podcast shows as well. The first thing I see on this site is, you look at this read my story. There is two buttons here, about and read my story. There is a difference between about and read my story. About is a general description of what this blog is all about. You can see press photos here. This is for personal branding. Then the read my story. This is a very strategic page on this blog. Why it is strategic is because, see, if you look at the title, how I started making money from the internet. This page is not just about what Yaro as the blogger has done. It's about what the reader can get out of reading the story and whether the reader gets inspired by reading this story. That is the purpose of this page. And if you see here, this is the opt-in box. Now, the purpose of this opt-in box is to get the email ID of the reader. Why this is important is because, let's say for example, I visit this blog and I read the content. Now, what is the guarantee that I will come back to this blog and read it again? So if I were to put my email ID here, then my email ID sits in his email list, so that there is a direct line of communication that is getting established. So now whenever he is posting a new blog post, he can update me via email. So having my email ID is very important for him to keep that communication going, to keep me coming back to the blog. Now if you scroll down further, see there is multimedia content here. There is some text and there is a video and there are links here. You come down. This is again for personal branding. The personal story is used by most bloggers to connect with their readers. Scrolling down further. Now see these are, if you see links here, let's say for example I click on Blog Mastermind. Now this is a product, this is a digital product that he is promoting. So if I click on Blog Mastermind, we come to this page. This is actually a sales page. There is a video, there is a big title. Then at the bottom of this page there will be a payment. These are payment options. So this is a product that is being promoted through the story. Scrolling down further. Now if you observe this page, why I call it a strategic page is because after you finish reading the page, there has to be a call to action, else the page does not have any meaning. For example, when I click here, take the next step, click here to begin the start guide now. When I click here, it will go to this page. So you look at the start here page, I'll go back to the story again. And you click whichever icon you click, whether you click here or whether you click start here, it is going to take you to the same page. Now what is this start here page? As you can see, this is a very long page, lot of content here. He wants the reader to click on this start here page. Why? Because step 1, he wants, you again see the opt-in box here. He wants the email ID of the reader so that he can provide more value in terms of content, because there is no guarantee that the blog reader might come back to the blog. So getting the email ID is a very strategic decision. Coming down, these are call to actions. He is promoting Bluehost, he is promoting Aweather, which is an autoresponder. Bluehost is a web hosting service. He has split the content into module A, module B, module C. Now, why all of this free content is being given? The reason why free content has been given is to build the engagement and get the email ID of the subscriber, so that more content can be served, more content can be given, more service can be provided. Because if a reader becomes an email subscriber and if the email subscriber becomes a customer, it is beneficial for both the blog reader as well as the blog content producer. That's why this whole, you see a lot of free content is available here. In each of these modules, there is an estimated time, there are outcomes, there are costs involved. It is put up very nicely on this blog. This is a perfect case study for anyone who wants to start their own blog and want to make money from their blog. Coming down, see in the bottom of this blog, you see how many options he is providing for somebody to follow him. For example, now why these social media buttons are provided? The reason is, let's say I click on Twitter. This takes me to his Twitter page. Now, if I decide to follow him, this is again a way of establishing a communication channel with the reader. So, for example, so if I click here, I reach here, then I follow him. And now, when he publishes any blog post, this is the latest blog post. Now, whenever he publishes a new blog post, that will be updated in his, see, you can see 9 of my most powerful email campaigns for making automatic sales. So when he is putting up this blog post, he is putting an update on Twitter as well. So if I am following him, then I can click here and then I can go back to the blog. So this is a way of establishing a communication channel with the reader so that the reader can come back to the blog. That's why all of these buttons are provided below the blog. These ones, and this, you see this little arrow mark, this is like the call to action thing. Okay, coming back to the, if you observe, there is a difference between a post and a page. When I click on read my story, this is a page. This is a page with some strategic objective in mind, but if I click on a blog post, the format is different. For example, okay, this is the title, this is the content, and these are the buttons to share. So whenever you open any blog post, the photo and the buttons will always be there. And then there is this count also, which is a social proof saying that yes, other people are reading, liking the content and sharing it as well. If you scroll down, you can see this is quite a long blog post. If you scroll down, you see this section here. On the left side, you have about ERO startup, and there are options where you can follow him. On the right side, there are options to share the article. Now, if the reader likes the article, he is likely to share. Plus, he can click on tags which he likes and go and read more blog posts. Again, you see there are these links here. When you click on this link, it takes you to this page. Again, when I click on download now, this is another way of getting the email ID. So everywhere you observe, there are the email opt-in box is placed at strategic locations to get the email ID of the reader. So that the whole purpose of providing content is to convert a reader into a subscriber, which is a very important step if you want to make money from your blog. So we've looked at home, start here, we've looked at read my story, we have looked at about page. Now, what is this email courses and repository? If I click on email courses, okay, now you will see four email courses here: mindset and productivity, then how to buy and sell blogs, blog traffic for beginners, and entrepreneur interviews newsletter. Now this, again, the purpose of this is to get the email ID of the reader. Yes, value is provided, but what happens is the email ID goes and sits in his autoresponder so that he can communicate directly with the reader. So that's the purpose of having different email courses. And these are the older newsletters. For example, if I click on how to laser traffic or block traffic. Okay, these are older, so he's giving a sample as to what the reader can expect if he decides to sign up. So that's email courses. If you look at reports, again the purpose is the same. There are two reports here. One is membership site master plan, another is blog profits blueprint. Again, when I click here, it will take me to the same page from where I can download the report by providing my email ID. Now, why the podcast section? This is also very strategic. These are all the interviews. For example, if I click Amy Morin, okay. Now this, if you observe, this is like a blog post, but it is actually a podcast. So this, as you can see, when I click here, the interview will start, but this actually it is hosted on SoundCloud. If I scroll down, we'll also put the podcast on YouTube. So, and it's provided the feed here, so that from the blog itself, the podcast can be accessed. Now, what is the purpose of having a podcast and having these interviews? If you look at this title, how publishing one incredibly popular article led to $1 million writing and speaking business. So the purpose of having this interview is very strategic. The people who are reading this blog, they want to make money online, and they want to make money using blogging. So the interviewee is somebody who has already done it. So if I were to listen to this interview, I will get inspired and I will start taking action steps, which is I will subscribe to the Blog Profits Blueprint, I will take his courses, I will learn. So there is a proper structure to this blog. That's why you can see there are hundreds of podcasts available here. All of these are podcasts. And these are very strategic. Now what is, let's say I click on success stories. He has selected a few people who are real success stories and whose stories tie into his products. So again, if I click here, it again goes back to the podcast section. So this is just another way of, I have the same content on podcast and I have the same content on similar content on success stories. Not all, but some. But all of them lead to the same blog post. This is a very good example of how the same content can be presented in different tabs on the same menu. If I look at coaching, now when I click coaching, it doesn't open on the same page. It opens on a new page because this is a completely new website. These are the products that he's selling online. How to buy and sell blogs, master your mindset, how to do podcasting. Blog Mastermind is the main flagship course in the Laptop Lifestyle Academy. And this goes to show how a blog is strategically designed to make money online. How stories are used to create audience engagement, and how more value is added to people who are genuinely serious, because some people might just come, read the blog and go and never come back, but those who are genuinely interested, this blog is giving them the opportunity and the tools to gradually start thinking about and taking action about starting their own business. So if I look at all these products, let me click on one of the products. It's a Blog Mastermind. This is a flagship program, a membership website. The same page that we saw. There is a video, there is a story, there is introduction, some examples. You will also see testimonials. And this is as you can see, this is quite a big page. Again, the same content which you saw in podcast as well as the success stories, the same content is being placed on this page. Very good example of using the same content, same page, and presenting it on the blog in such a way that it becomes very accessible for the reader. Okay, so this is the page. Coming back to the blog, if you click on video, he is not too much into videos, but some of these videos are specifically designed to at least introduce what lies in the product. See, this is the format is of a blog post, but it's just a video. It's just a 1 or 2 minute video, just to introduce to the reader what they might expect in the product if they decide to buy it. Next, look at email courses, reports, podcasts, video, coaching, success stories. Now, one thing I want to highlight here, if you look at the sitemap, now when I scroll down, this is a sitemap. Whatever is present on the website, there are links here. If I scroll down, so if you can see, this blog was started in February 2005. If I click on this link, there are two blog posts. These are the first blog posts which were written by Yaro back in the year 2005. So let me click on one of them. Let us check this. So when he started blogging, if you look at this content carefully, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 7 to 8 paragraphs you will see here, and only one link here. You don't see any bold text. So it was like he was in the beginning phase of his blogging career, actual professional blogging career. So you don't see the content, you don't see formatted content here. It's just content that is being placed. This was written in 2005. Now if you look at some of his latest posts, please click on his latest one. This is more comprehensive, more strategic. First of all, it is longer, then it is foreseen. You have bold text, then you have things which are linking back to his previous post. Then there is titles, headlines. The reader is guided step by step. See again my 9 email campaigns. Then if you click here, this is a call to action to another page. Then you can click on Laptop Lifestyle Academy. Then you come down. Then he's added pictures as well. So you can see more and more sophistication coming in as he has grown the blog. And this has happened over a period of 10 to 12 years. So that is how the sitemap is also placed strategically, so that if someone wants to read his old blog posts, if someone wants to read certain specific topics, say I am interested only in email marketing, so I will read email marketing related articles. I am interested in podcasting, so I will read podcasting articles. So it's all in all, if you see, this is a very easy to navigate blog. The purpose is very clear. There are a lot of stories, there are a lot of pictures here. All of this podcast, all of his high value content is being placed on the home page. So there is an instant engagement with the audience. And then if you see the Twitter profile, I'm not opening other Facebook and everything. If you look at Twitter profile, he's getting people back to his. If I click here, the page on the blog opens up. So social media has been used to get the reader back to his blog. This is very interesting. and the title is Live the Laptop Lifestyle. So the purpose of the blog is very clear, and you can see how many students has he coached and how many people have gone on to learn his system and implement it and make money out of it. So all in all, a very good case study for someone who wants to start their own blog, for someone who doesn't know how to make money from a blog, for someone who has no idea how to convert their passion into a business. This is a very interesting and very illustrative case study. I will put a link below this video for a webinar for a free webinar that you can attend, which Yaro has hosted. Yes, there is a promotion after a webinar, but since it is free, you can at least understand the blueprint or what the steps he is using to actually implement all of this and what he is teaching to his students. So you can get a lot from that webinar. I will put a link below this. Overall, it looks very good. My favorite page is the Read My Story page because it is really very comprehensive. If I scroll down, if you look at the titles, how I started making money, then he goes into how the internet changed my life. So it is really using your own story to inspire the reader to take action. That's the whole purpose of this blog. So that's it for this video. Have a look at this blog. I will put a link in the notes below. That's it for this video. Thank you very much.